YouTube community, you people on YouTube. So this is going to be my mods stuff so far. This is like, what, September or something, 2018. So this is the mods I'm using. This is my mods. This is like, you're looking at them. That's them. So, and this first one, let's see here. I think this is the real grass mod. So what this, the real grass mod does is, like it says, it adds grass to all locations. Now it's not just grass. It's like it's got bushes and it's region specific. So we're talking like the desert's got different plants. I'm gonna run through some of the stuff here and show you. Like this is the mountain region. So like as you can see, these bushes, they're just here, and like those little mushroom thing, that's the plants for this region right here. Now, this is, like I said, this is a mountain region. So like deserts, the temperate climate, the jungle, stuff like that, it's got different plants. Yeah, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Now it also lets you change the color of the grass. So like there's settings in there to do that. So like however much you want to mess with this stuff, you know, you can do that. But yeah, the grass mod. Now we're gonna check out some other places real quick. So this thing puts plants at ponds too. So like in the desert with ponds and stuff, yeah, there's plants. It's got, like, check it out. That's the desert ponds now. So every single pond in the desert, it's pretty much like that. Okay, here's some stuff for the nighttime. Now, you can't really see the grass, but since I'm not using the enhanced sky, I just want you guys to check this out, because this is the default. That's the default sky for Daggerfall Unity. So like, I kind of like the way it looks, but yeah, just showing you guys this part. Okay, also you guys pay attention to these loading screen things that are popping up from time to time. That's another mod, so it's just doing its thing. The loading screen. I picked those pictures, I changed the word to like whatever. I mean, you can put whatever you want, so that's the loading screen button. So it looks like this is the temperate climate, so this is like Daggerfall region stuff. So I'm gonna go to the graveyard and just like pay attention to the bushes, because like I said, they're changed. It's different bushes for different regions. And this stuff works with the seasons too. So like if the grass starts disappearing and it starts getting real small, you know, it's winter's fixing to come. So like, that's what I thought. I thought the thing was broke, but it's this mod doing stuff with the seasons. So like this thing does that. So like there's something right there. More temperate stuff. I think this is Daggerfall Kingdom, actually. It's in Daggerfall. Oh, yeah, well, it's a Daggerfall province, but yeah, it's just different looking stuff. That's pretty much what it is. See where I've changed the colors on the grass. Like it's green and dark green, so like that's just what the grass looks like this time of year. So you can make it whatever you want, but like it's seasonal and what you're selecting, the real grass mod. Okay, here's a really neat mod. Now this is kind of a companion to real grass. It's pretty much, I think it's made by the same guy that Lacus. This is the real grass mod. So what this thing does is it's supposed to turn these sprites into 3D plants, and you can harvest them now. It's not doing the 3D plants for me, but it's making me be able to harvest the sprites. So like, I don't really mind, but like, I want to see the 3D bushes, but like, what can I do? You know, it's still working. I just can't see the 3D bushes. So like, that's what this is. That's what you're doing. It's pretty much changing the game. Like, you could play this thing and just harvest crops all day, all night and day, and sell the stuff, and that's it. You don't have to fight anything. But, like, I don't know if anybody's gonna do that, because you only get like $2, 2 pieces of gold per plant. But I mean, it's something. I don't know, just a different way to play this thing. Like, you couldn't harvest plants in Daggerfall. So like, this is new stuff right here. And this thing messes with the actual plant sprites, or the plants. So like, every single plant that looks like this in this game, you can do this to. Like, if it's in a dungeon, there's plants in weird places. So like, you can harvest those things now. It's not like, this is Wayrest, and I'm harvesting this stuff just because it looks like those plants. So every single plant it replaces, it works with. So that's pretty much, that's the real crops. I think it's real crops, right? Real crops mod. Okay, so this is going to be the texture pack. So like, you've all seen this stuff. I'm sure you all know, but like, it's a mod. It's pretty much what you guys are looking at. It's not the extra stuff, but yeah, you know what the texture packs are. It's an NPCs, it's the architecture, it's pretty much all the sprites. Yeah, it is all the sprites. All the sprites, all the friggin' trees, all the bushes, you know, the stuff that's not turned into 3D. It's new stuff. That's what the texture packs are. Plus, like the buildings and stuff. We got the buildings redone, the dungeons, like even the ground for every region is done. Like, we're talking the desert, like the dirt in the desert, like, it's all done. So yeah, it's the texture packs. So one of the cool things about this texture packs is, see that little altar thing? Now, that's cut up into little bitty pictures. So like, yeah, every single one of those pictures has been done. So you're gonna see like little tables. If the tables aren't replaced altogether, you're gonna see new textures on these things. So like the door frames, stuff like that, the actual doors, like every single thing you look at, that's what texture packs are. So yeah, it's the NPCs too, like all the NPCs, even the portraits. Like, it's a lot of stuff, man. It's a lot of stuff, the texture packs. So yeah, I was gonna say, the texture packs are where most of the stuff is. Like, if you're talking about a big Daggerfall install, or big Daggerfall folder, it's more than likely mostly the texture folder. You know, yeah, that's my big folder in Daggerfall, the texture packs. Okay, Alexander Zig 3D hand-painted model replacement thing, whatever I say it. So that's what it does. It's replacing all that vanilla stuff from classic Daggerfall and giving us this cool looking stuff. We're talking the shop posts, we're talking the fountains, we're talking the store shelves that you buy stuff from. So like, you can interact with these things, like the places and houses with like cabinets, you can steal stuff from those. Like, it's pretty much every single 3D object in this game. Like, I think there's some swords and Wayrest that aren't done, like those suits of armor, but like everything else, like every single thing, like that's supposed to be a 3D object that like looked cheesy, it's been changed. Like, check out the bookshelves, and you can, I don't think you can read in the guilds yet, but like the shops, they work. So And these things, these ingredient shelves, like you interact with them and you can buy stuff from it, just like the shop, you know, it just works. So yeah, Alexander Zig hand-painted model replacement thing. That's what this is. And we got the gravestones too. Like that was one of the big glass things. Was the stuff with the grave bones. The thing about this one is you kind of gotta hunt some of this stuff down. Like some of it, it's obvious, like the stuff at shops, but some of this stuff, like there's coffins. Like you gotta go to dungeons to see that stuff. So you're gonna see it if you start the game with it. Like privateers hold stuff, but even then, there's more stuff in the dungeons. So yeah, it's a good one. See, so we got stuff like the benches, like it's everywhere, dude. These pianos are freaking sweet too. Check out those pianos. Like I like them, or organ, whatever it is. Like the stuff, it looks kind of cartoony, but it fits. Like I like it, you know. Like what do you expect? It's Daggerfall. I think it's cool. And these weapon racks, which are sweet. So that's it, the Alexander Zig hand-painted model replacement thing. Okay, so let's check out the hills mod. So this thing, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Just makes hills everywhere, like straight up. It's what you look at. It's what makes everything look cool. Like it actually makes the landscape fit in with the background too. Check that out. So. Yeah, it's just another way to make this thing more visually appealing. Like, look at that. It's big friggin' hills, and there's like some pretty big hills in this thing now. Now let me just give you guys some tips if you're installing this hill mod thing. Like before you actually turn it on, you should take your dude somewhere and like preferably, I don't know, if you want to save it indoors, that's probably best. But if you're outside, just cast levitate before you, like, cast levitate, cast a spell, right? That way when you turn this thing on, because it's going to change the height of some of these places. So if you're coming out of a place or, you know, stuff like that, you're going to zone in the air and you're going to fall to your death. Or, like, if you're outside and you turn this thing on, you're probably going to spawn up in the air, fall to your death. So, yeah, just cast levitate or go inside before you turn this thing on. And even then, you might want to cast levitate, because, like I said, sometimes you spawn up in the air, and it's a bad situation. Okay, so that's it. The hills mod. That's the hills mod for you. How pretty. Okay, so this is the post-processing mod. So, like, you see the shadows underneath the sprites. That's what it's doing. The ground things on the corners of the buildings, stuff like that, where the textures meet, that's what it's doing. Like underneath the bookshelves, where it's making it darker, stuff like that. Yeah, like you can see this stuff in treasure piles. It looks cool. It just depends on what the ground is and if there's light. Like if there's no light, see that room? How you can't really tell, but in here you can see it better. So yeah, it depends on. It seems to depend on if there's like some kind of ambient light going on, like close by it. So. But it's not just these, it's not just the sprites and the architecture. This thing messes with everything you're looking at. Like, see the grass? So it's got kind of shadows underneath it puts on. Yeah, it's just adding shadows to all this stuff. So it makes it look cool. Like it makes this stuff look better. How hardware intensive this thing is, but yeah, it runs pretty good for me. Like it doesn't give me any lag. That's not what lags my stuff. So yeah, like mileage may vary, but it's pretty. Yeah, so you can see this stuff working better in places like this. See how you got this ambient light in the floor is kind of not dark, stuff like that. Yeah, it's. So it just, depending on where you're at, you know, you may notice this stuff more, but yeah, like it does make it look better. You know, first time I checked this thing out, I didn't know if I was gonna like it. I was like, what? Ambient occlusion, distant, what is it? depth of field in Daggerfall. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's actually pretty cool. See, so the darker you make the ambient occlusion, it put lines on these sprites, so you can kind of see it, but it's dialed down a bit. So, like I said, the darker you make this stuff, it shows up better, but it messes with the sprite, so it's kind of like a trade-off, you know. But like, check out the grass, you can kind of see the shadows. Like if I bumped it up, you'd be able to tell more. So, but it's still pretty cool. So that's the post-processing mod. No, I've got ambient occlusion, I've got dithering, and I think I've got depth of field turned on. Like everything else is off, so there's a couple more things in there I didn't pick. That's it, post-processing. Okay, so here we have the quest pack. So currently we've got the Warm Ashes quest pack, and we've got the JH quest pack. So I showed you guys the Warm Ashes last time. So that's the one that spawns like random stuff at locations. Like whenever you show up, random stuff spawns. So like we're talking dungeons, undead stuff spawns at graveyards. Like whenever you show up, either something happens or it doesn't. So, and it's every time you get there. Like that's what it's supposed to do. So that's the Warm Ashes one. Now the JH quest pack, he's got quests all over the place. There's guild quests, like current guilds in Daggerfall. Like he's got quests, like I'm getting commoner quests. They want to fight me in a bar and stuff. Like I've never seen most of this stuff before. I know it's JH's stuff, so, but that's just the guilds we have. Like he's also doing some stuff where he's making his own guild, like the Cartographer's Guild. And then there's an Archaeologist Guild now. The Cartographer Guild, they want you to go look for dungeons, and they're just basically giving you instructions. So, like that's what we're talking about, and like it's, you know, it's all sorts of quests. So, like I don't know all of them, but like there's tons of stuff that JH has done. So, yeah, just the quest packs. This is sort of the whole picture. This is with the texture packs. It's just me playing the game, you know. I think I've got the random encounters quest on or something, but yeah, just checking out the texture packs. Now you see the grass is working. Those little water plants, that's part of the grass mod, but it's winter, so the grass is gone. So, like all this stuff you're looking at, it's part of what I've talked about. The music, the textures. And I don't see anything from Alexander Zig, but like it's here, so. Yeah, see, I'm doing the random encounters quest. So even the quest, it's an add-on quest. It's not part of vanilla Daggerfall Unity, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Just random gameplay right here, just me in the wilderness killing stuff. Created with the new character creation stuff in, so like he's the one I'm gonna be testing, but he's like level 2, so, and this stuff is not easy. So this part I can probably guarantee, if you're level 2, this is what's gonna happen to you guys if you run into a zombie. Okay, so I hope you guys learned something there. So, yeah, I think I'm going to walk to this one location, and I want you guys to see how long it takes me, and then I'm going to check out this map again, because, like, look how far this place is. It's, like, next door, so, yeah, I'm basically just walking to this location right here. That's what this is, just so you guys can see how big this thing is. And like all the random encounters, if I meet something in the woods, you know, just And like, remember, magic stuff's not in, so it's actually kind of easy, even though I'm getting my butt kicked this whole time. Yeah, it gets kind of boring when you're wandering around the wilderness looking for places, and you'll see it's still kind of hard to see these places. So I don't know, maybe we can get more random encounters outside or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, like it gets kind of boring when you're just walking from point A to point B and nothing's happening. Okay, something I want to talk about, like in classic Daggerfall, when you're riding a horse and you push the sneak button, your horse trots. So I don't like. Hopefully that gets put in. I thought it worked, but your horse just runs. See that? Like I'm trying to trot by pushing the sneak button. Like that's how it is in classic. So like I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking it's still a whip, but I guess I'll just wait and see what happens. But like I'm sure they know. But yeah, it doesn't seem like trotting is working. So I don't know, just something. Okay, so this is what I mean when I see these places are kind of hard to find, because like I know where this place is, like it's right in front of me, but like I still can't see it, and that's just how it is. Like it's pretty hard to find these places, you know. Even though you should be looking at them, like it's still kind of difficult, you know. Just something. So here is my Spriggan encounter at level 2. So coming up, let's see what happens. The Spriggan, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Spriggan. Okay, so since I've walked all the way here, right? Now look at how far I walked and look how long it took me. Now look at the size of this place. Like, all those little dots are a place you could go to. Like, whether it's a dungeon, a temple, a city. Like, look at all that. That's just that one little province. Look at this one. Look at that one. Look at this one. Like, look at this place, dude. Look at this place. So I think I made that point sufficiently. Like, I think you guys get it. This place is friggin' big. So see the thing on the lower right, that moon? That's the convenient clock mod. So that's, I keep forgetting to talk about this thing, but that's basically what it is. It's my clock. So it's got like there's all sorts of stuff in there, like digital stuff. It's got I think it's got a hand clock, but this is the one I pick. I choose it's got the sun, so it's like, I guess 4 AM, something like that, but that's what that is. Okay, that's it for the mods. I hope you guys like this video. This is the current mods so far. It's like, what is it? September, right? 2018, so like this stuff is bound to change, you know, but these are the ones that work for me, and these are the ones that I'm working, so. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys learned something. Like, I guess I'll just update this thing when new stuff comes out, but that's what I'm using, like, until they fix the bird stuff and the distant terrain stop crashing, so. Alright, you guys have a good Halloween, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, fellas.